Hi, Connor Gunn here from Lethbridge News Now. Welcome to the weekly from LNN, where we go over some of the biggest stories from this past week and what you can look forward to this weekend. Nearly all COVID restrictions have been lifted in Alberta. This includes the ban on indoor social gatherings, the general indoor provincial mask mandate will be lifted, and the indoor and outdoor sports can resume. The long list of reopenings in Alberta's Open for Summer plan can be found at lethbridgenewsnow.com. A heat wave has been scorching across Alberta this week. In Lytton, BC, a new record of 46.6 degrees was set. In Lethbridge and Pincher Creek, they both broke 117-year-old heat records. Lethbridge got up to 37.9 degrees, and Pincher Creek was set at 35 degrees. Environment Canada reported 44 new maximum temperature records and were set across Alberta. Shortly after reaching the hottest temperature in Canada to date, in Lytton, BC, a wildfire forced nearly 1,000 residents from their homes. BC's public safety minister says most homes and buildings in the town have been destroyed and several people are still unaccounted for. Meanwhile, just to the northeast, Kamloops faces a wildfire threat that triggered an evacuation on Thursday night. It took only seconds for a small spark at a hay plant east of Lethbridge to completely engulf multiple buildings Wednesday evening. Crews remain on scene at Green Prairie International, where an estimated $5 million in damages has been caused. Firefighters are patrolling the area every 20 minutes to ensure that few remaining flames don't spread to any buildings or nearby farmlands. Thankfully, no one was injured in the fire. The remains of 182 bodies found by former residential school in Cranbrook may not actually have been linked to the school. The Nation says the cemetery was built nearly 50 years before the St. Eugene Mission School was established, with both community members and deceased patients of the former St. Eugene Hospital being buried there. They add that it's difficult to say for sure how many, if any, of the bodies found in unmarked graves are those of Indigenous children who were forced to attend the school. The First Nation will continue to work to identify any further unmarked graves and aims to memorialize all of them. A man from southern Alberta has won the first $1 million jackpot in the vaccine lottery. From Langdon, a hamlet east of Calgary, Tracy McIver is now $1 million richer. The first draw took place yesterday, and the other winners will receive a variety of Calgary Stampede prizes. The second and third draws will take place in August and September, and learn more on how to register at lethbridgenewsnow.com. Alberta's health minister was swarmed by protesters during a Canada Day parade yesterday. After completing the parade, Tyler Shandro, his wife, and his two sons were verbally berated by people in response to his role in creating COVID restrictions. Some yelled, quote, "Lock Shandro up," and "You've destroyed thousands and thousands of Alberta's lives." Other protesters told children that their father was a war criminal and family friends had to take children away from the crowd. Well, those are just a few of the stories we've been covering this week. To stay up to date on the latest local and regional news, head over to lethbridgenewsnow.com or find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and our Lethbridge News Now mobile app. If you have any stories or topics that you'd like us to follow, send us a message. Thanks for watching, and tune in next Friday for another edition of The Weekly with me, Connor Gunn. Have a great weekend.